Hello everyone and welcome back to Stellaris Nemesis. Now what happened is, or what we're looking at right now, is one of the planets that we have conquered in the last episode. It's actually in the frontier sector, so there it is. It's Xanth. So we conquered 1, 2, 3, 4 planets with this war against them. Now we have several problems with that. Of course, conquering a planet like that is not easy itself. Well, conquering the planet might be easy, but taking it and then managing it is a whole different thing. So those guys here, the Xanth, they're not really happy right now that they are now in my empire, right? Stability is rather low. The 12% pop approval rating is at -37. This is adding another bunch of that. And what we can see is, well, it's a complete different species that is working now here, right? Those guys there, the Calasan as they're called. Now, what can we do about that? First of all, having a look at the planetary management, I can change a few things around. For what I can see are very bad decisions here sometimes. We have 2 of these monuments. Nice in itself because it gives me unity. Bad in itself because it reduces my consumer goods and my food production. My food consumption is rather high right now because those planets are barely producing any food most of the time. And my minerals are also struggling a bit because they have a huge deficit there on the minerals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demolish some of the districts that we have, some of these industrial districts, and I'm changing that with a bit of agriculture so that we have a bit of that. And I might also go for another city district here to increase the housing capacity, because I also want to get rid of this luxury residence, so we can demolish this one like so. And we can also, or what I should be doing is I'm going to demolish one of these monuments that we have there. Right, off you go as well. Now instead of them, I'm going to add new buildings that are a bit better. So one of them is the theater. Gives me a lot of amenities that we need to keep the pop here happy. And the other one that I'm usually not building, but in that case it's very important, is the precinct house, kind of like the police station of the planet. And they have enforcer specialists, right? So we have 2 specialists available right now, and those are the, well, enforcers, and they reduce the crime on this one. They also increase unity, and the best part is they don't consume anything that I have right now, which is important. We need to keep this one around. I've also activated the martial law on Xanth right now because it's just that bad at the moment. What we could do is we could make this one a sector. Let's go ahead. The Xanth sector, it's not. Where is it now? And we can now assign a governor to it, because this one still doesn't have a governor. It's going to be a human, obviously, but with that we could do a couple of things. One of them might be, this is good here too for the future, one of them might be having some crime reduction, right? Or something for bureaucrats, might be good too. A food bonus governor is always a nice thing. Now, since I can't find one with the crime, I could just take one that we already have in the Trap Prime sector. For example, Trap Prime, we have a governor that is doing a good job, and we do have a nice amount of stability. So I'm going to change the governor for Trap Prime to something that is a bit more to my liking. So either we go with someone that has a good leader lifespan. I would rather go though with someone that is good at researching or food production. There we have it. And now I can have on Xanth, on this one here, the one with the crime reduction. There we have her. She's already pretty good at that stuff, so let's just have that. Reducing the crime is going to be important. Now the governor should work on that. Very good. So we halved the crime for now. That's one thing to put it. It's still, of course, low stability. Oh, and the quantum missiles we have researched. Oh, look at that. We have a pretty good one, a rare technology here, but it's a dangerous one because it gives, I think, yep, robots some more brains, so they are way more sophisticated. Let's rather not go down this route for now. The housing district was on my list for quite some time now. I don't want to endlessly spam housing districts, so increasing their sizes is a good thing. Now, all of that is now being in construction. It's going to take a while, and it's hopefully turning around this planet there for a bit. Now, another thing that we can do in order to manage them is having their rights, and there we have the rights for them, the Calasan, as we can see right now. And let's just check a few things. We could purge them, right? So they're undesirable in my empire, and I just get rid of all of them and just take the planets for myself. This would be my last resort if I can't turn it around. We already have the migration control to no migration. So that means Oh, wait a second, migration control. Yeah, prevents pops of the species from moving freely. We want to activate this one, right? So those guys here, the Calasan, they are not allowed to move in my empire around. They just have to stick to their planets. And if it doesn't work out on those planets, I will just purge them, or I will enslave them if I activate the slaving edict. That's pretty much it. They still should have some decent conditions. I could also go for social welfare to make them happy. We also have the chemical bliss. That might be. Let's have actually the social welfare. It's increasing my consumer pop-up keep there a bit, but other than that, it should make them much happier towards me. And the rest, population control, this is just reducing the happiness there once again. Colonization definitely should be forbidden though, right? So they're not allowed to be used in colonization ships and colonize new planets. That's certainly not something I want. I want to keep them low profile, and they just have to work on their planets, and that's it for now. Later we might go for something else. Let's just have a look at what we have here too. The Adnoran, this is another species that we have right now in our empire. Once again, there is migration control to be enabled. I don't want them to move freely around. The population control is already there. Colonization is forbidden, and that's pretty much it for now. Consumer goods, 19 minus, so there is stuff to be done when it comes to the consumer goods. Xant Ovuk is now, well, oh yeah, well, we have 2 habitats being colonized right now. So those 2 will be able to work for us. For the consumer goods though, I will need more minerals before I can go down this route. What we can also see with the remaining planets that we have active, like this one here that we conquered, there are bureaucratic worlds, so most of them. This one is a forge world, even though I don't see a whole lot of forge. Oh, that's ours, sorry. Those 3 that we have there, right, they're bureaucrats. This one especially has 3 administrative offices enabled, and it's looking a bit better on this planet though, right? So it's not the worst of the planets that we have. It has a negative food surplus. Mining, it consumes a lot because it produces alloys for us. There's the gene clinics on it, on this planet. This one I definitely would like to replace though with the theater. There's nothing else that I could do on this one. I certainly don't want to have the gene clinic and boost their population growth. It's not something I like. Commercial zone, we can keep for now. And yep, I might upgrade one of these administrative offices. They can actually stay bureaucratic if it comes to me. And we might just demolish this energy district and open up another city district. So this can definitely be a bureaucratic world for us. It's those guys there once again. And yeah, they have a negative happiness of 30% right now, so they're not that happy yet. But we might make it livable for them so they can add some, well, administrative capacity here. And I think we have improved on that already a bit, at least. Okay, looking at the other planets that we have so far, there's the other mining one. I want to get my miners up there a bit more, so another mineral purification plant sounds like a good idea. This is further boosting the mineral output from all these miners. And I think we have this somewhere else. Mescaban, there it is, has also the mining and the mineral purification. It's producing 100 energy for us. Really good stuff there. And Trap Prime is upgrading to the Planetary district. Oh, and we have finished another research in the society. So I would like to see the what we just researched. The gene modification and the self modification. This allows us now to so every pop again has a chance now to spontaneously adapt a better survivability on a hostile environment. And for the food, oh, the gene crops looks good. So this is level 3 for that. I think Hyper Entertainment Forum is pretty good too. But let's go for the food increase. And another research that we have is the experimental subspace navigation, finally. So my research ships at least can, you know, just use the subspace and don't have to go from station to station anymore. Let's continue with, there we have the launchers and another tech that we need for the ships. Very good. And how is it looking with our planets? Stability is increasing already at 30%, so it was down to 20. We have finished the next thing, so amenities is high, housing is good. That's looking good so far. And my Xent also has improved stability now, so 30% already. The martial law is still intact. I'm going to still keep it like that, right? So that we keep that under control. Crime is at 0 though. Let's just check it. Is the martial law part of that? I don't think so. The precinct house we could upgrade now to the Hall of Judgment. That is not necessary anymore though, right? So since they're not looking so bad at the moment, it should be fine. We have actually 6 generator districts fully working on this one and no energy boost. And we have 18 jobs available. Technicians, clerks, lots of clerks. No one is basically working here as administrator. This might be a good planet to pull over some, humans actually, but it's very bad. Actually, we can demolish some of those city districts, right? One at least, to reduce the upkeep of that. There's no reason for that, and I think we also have lots of jobs available for the industrial ones. That would be, no metallurgist. Everyone is basically working there. The researchers are not working. Let's demolish this one. There's no reason to keep that. It's just costing us upkeep. And perhaps Mode Harvester is also empty. That's this one here. It's costing us a bit of upkeep. And this planet is not going to grow for quite some time, so we can just get rid of that. Plus, I don't want to have this one here. Anyway, reducing the amount of available jobs there a bit. We could activate a relic. Nope, not interested in that. I just also wanted to check if my fleet is docked. It is docked at the station, so we have a reduced upkeep for that. And very good, a new society trade. City districts provide an additional clerk. Doesn't sound very good to me. Building costs is reduced and build speed is increased. And there's another city district. Okay, so these two have now only for the city district. I might also go for something else. Now let's just go for the reduction and the cost for districts, and we are at 3 out of 5, so it's only those two here, and then we can go for another ascension perk. And I think we might actually go for the crisis, because I want to find out what happens then. Yeah, very good. The food has, well, recovered, so we are at 33 again thanks to the new tech, and my energy is actually capped. So let's just see what we could purchase. More alloys. More alloys is always good. So with that we could get more ships, and I will build my second fleet. And perhaps also a few more consumer goods. Well, it's still negative there. So that's that. But we are totally capped on resources. So I might, we still have lots of naval capacity available. I might just build us another fleet. Right, so this one here is full now. Full. Let's get us a new one. And it's going to be full of battleships. Let's also mix it up a bit with some... I guess some cruisers in between. Right, so that we have a nice mixture of certain fleets, not only battleships everywhere. That's that. Let's... How much does it cost me? Only 15,000. Yeah, I'm going to add this one. Another fleet is coming up for us. And I also think it's once again time to go against the Calasan. So they are still having this system here, which is not so bad, right? So a nice little satellite district. And we will just now go for Calasan once again and make some claims. Influence-wise, we're at 1k, so that's all fine. I would like to get this one there, please. Yep. I would like... Oh, we already have this claim here anyway, right? So these claims are still valid. We could take this whole one there. There's a planet. Oh, it's just a habitat. All right. Don't care about that. We have the claims on these districts already, which is really good. I really want to destroy this scavenger bot there as well, where we had to flee the last time. This one here, I think, is the capital. Will cost quite a lot, though. Down here we have an Arctic wall. I can terraform this at least. So this is another expansion that we would have. 400 influence. We can still afford more. I might just go for a few more districts here that are on the way, right? So with the habitat, 600. Those guys there, and perhaps this row there of systems. Yeah, that's fine. Make the claims on that. Of course, I'm not declaring war right away. We have the claim now. I can wait for my influence to come up there again a bit, and then we just declare war and rush for that. We have our ships available already. They are fully repaired. Another fleet is coming up, so the Calasan are really no match for us anymore. They are building a fleet though, so there will be some bigger battles to come, but I don't think they can really... it's not so bad. It's not so bad. 30,000 they have. At least what I can see right now. Habitability, oh, leader enhancement, leader lifespan, leader cap is +1. That's pretty good, all of that. Habitability is good. or reducing the claiming influence cost and the war exhaustion gain. I like this a lot, especially when it comes to conquering stuff. How's it looking with our planets there? 37% already. Oh, this is increasing now quickly. I think we can get rid of the martial law now. Yep. No reason for that anymore. We still have the negative amenities. The theater has been built though. I could, oh wait a second, yep, I could use some of my consumer goods, very good, and we are actually positive now on the consumer goods again. It's very important that we keep the Xantier happy, or, well, the inhabitants of this one, to keep the amenities high, right? We can only do this by this decree right now. I could also build something that improves the, wait a second, upgrading 80 pops, that's not going to happen for quite some time. The commercial ones, for example, gives me another trade value as well that we can use. Let's build the commercial one. We still have another house available then, another building slot where we could do something. That's fine, and those guys are fine. We have a good administrative capacity at this point, but you know, some of you were complaining about that. It's actually not a big deal, right? So we are totally negative here, I realize that. But the only real problem that we have here is the technology cost of plus 124%, which we can counter by just building more research stations. And I could use all of the remaining resources on focusing on energy and minerals and alloys, right? Otherwise, I would have to endlessly spam administrative offices to gain a bit more research speed. It's not that worth a lot, to be honest. And a new research tag as well, the Citadel. Finally, we can upgrade our space stations to the Citadel, which is a really powerful station, let me tell you that. Now, defense, platform hulls, civilian fabrication, flak cannons, alloy plants, boosting our alloys, but we're pretty high on that, so I don't think we need to go down this. This is almost finished here, the plasma thrusters. Only takes 5 months to complete it. That's fine. We do have a bit of influence again. Perhaps could make some new claims, especially in this district there. Let's just have a look and make claims. That one we have. It's all the way going down here, so we might just take those two. Oh, this is taking a bit more though. I could take this one. Nah, alright. I can't really take that much. Those two I could still take. Let's do that. Of course, I still want to wait a bit for those planets here to become a bit more stable. Otherwise, going to war there is not the best one. Establish an embassy. Whoever you are, sure thing. They're on the other side though. Right, they're over here. Not a big deal. By the way, we have also some smaller ones. This one here, the Blessed Sejetari Foundation. So those guys I could take out, and the Pious T-Through Order. I could vassalize them too, but I'm not a big fan of vassalization. I'd rather just take them under my control directly. How's it looking with my next fleet? The 5th fleet is coming together. Perfect. It still needs a leader, a proper one. Someone that... Oh yeah, ship fire rate increasing. That's good. Having a new admiral here, that's another 20k in military power. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100k in military strength now. That's going to be a lot of fun using all of them. It's also just worth scrolling through my planets there again. It's a big part of the game at some point, managing your planets. For example, Alpha Centauri here that has no specialization. It's one of my most underdeveloped... Oh, it's an industrial world. Alright, yeah, then it's fine, right? Consumer goods we have plenty of. Oops, plasma thruster, city housing district, research speeds, Durasteel armor unlocks new tech. Let's go for that. And I would like to do, it's an industrial world. Let's just see, we do have moats. Do we have moats? Volatile moats is actually negative. We could go for that. Let's go for the chemical plant here. We do need the jobs after all. In Sirius Prime, it's looking good so far. It's a tech world, so it's also going into the research complexes that we have there already. So here everything, I guess, is fine. Another city district might not hurt. My planet here, Sirius Prime, let's go for that. Sooth Prime is our generator world. Yep, and it's looking good. But we are full on generator district, so I'm also focusing a bit on the mining districts now and building the... mineral purification plant. There it is, boosting my mining output even further, right? So Sooth Prime is going to have those two very high on the list. That's really good. Another forge district. We have the alloy mega forges here already. No jobs available anymore. A bit of... Nah, let's have another industrial world, and perhaps then also another alloy production if I find it. Complete. Oh, neutron launchers, very good. Advanced research complex and energy credits from jobs plus 5%. Oh my goodness. I mean, we are capping constantly anyway. Still, let's go for that. I just love the energy credits to go up even further. Rookbat, our food production, look at that, 180 food surplus here right now. It's basically feeding my whole system. It does need some amenities though, and I don't think we have built the theater here yet, so let's go for that. Housing is still fine. And habitat, that is working, no problem here. Generator district and mineral purification is still missing because we are also focusing on mining districts. In Packham Prime. And Mescaban, oh, Mescaban is not looking so good. It needs housing. The next upgrade is far away. Let's build a city district there. And yep, let's also build a theater. Otherwise, those people will not be very happy about that. Trap Prime. Fort World. Nothing I could do right now. And those, look at that. The first one is turning positive with the stability. So really good stuff. Looking good here too. Has high consumption of minerals, but that's fine. The next one is coming close to being stable again. So no problem. Nothing I can do here for now. And my biggest problem, this one here, is also increasing. Or continues to increase in stability. So yeah, integrating those new systems into my empire does I count as finished, because they are becoming stable and we can now focus again on some new conquest. Stay tuned.